Meantime, meteorologist Cedric Haynes is in our Storm Alert Center. Cedric standing by fresh off a protein shake talking about working in the yard.
That's true. Well, anytime, whether it's working in the yard or maybe you get out there and work in the yard, Paul, we'll be taking care of things out there. The weather.
Good day for it.
Yeah, good day for it. Looking to cooperate. Let's talk about our weather because you see a few clouds still left over out there across downtown Chattanooga. But again, it's not a mostly cloudy day anymore as we're beginning to see more and more sunshine developing, and that will be the trend as we progress throughout the rest of this afternoon. Let's talk about our temperatures though this morning because it was definitely a cold start out there. Many of us dropping down below freezing, and of course it is the month of February, so you say it's probably not that unusual, but in the pattern that we're in currently and have been the past couple of weeks, this is somewhat kind of unusual, right? 25 in Cleveland this morning, 25 in Athens, 23 degrees this morning in Murphy, 27 in Fort Payne, and 28 degrees in Altamont. Even here in Chattanooga, dropping below freezing officially to 31 degrees. But since this morning, we've seen our temperatures rebound quite nicely thanks to that sunshine that we have out there in place across the area. So we're up to 50 degrees now in Chattanooga, 49 in Athens, 49 in Altamont, 55 degrees in Murphy, 51 now in Dalton. We've got 52 in Fort Payne and 52 degrees currently in Scottsboro. So let's kind of walk you through the weather pattern here that we're seeing today and what's ahead for us here over the next couple of days, because we have this weak disturbance that's basically been centered right over Chattanooga and East Tennessee, northern Georgia, northeast Alabama, over towards western North Carolina. And you can see it's a very small disturbance. So it's moving in and it's moving out just as quickly, which means it's going to be out of here by the afternoon. And behind that disturbance, notice a lot of sunshine. So this is what we call sinking air that's situated with this setup. So that means we're not going to see a lot of clouds, and we're definitely not going to see any precipitation. So we've got some nice weather heading our way as we progress throughout the rest of this afternoon and for the next couple of days here in most of the Tennessee Valley. So hour by hour, as we walk through your forecast throughout the afternoon, again, we're going to be continuing to see those clearing skies out there. Now, if you're in the eastern half of the area, our friends over in Murphy, over towards Polk County, over towards portions of Fannin County, you're going to probably hold with the cloud cover just a little bit longer. But if you're over towards the plateau areas, northeast Alabama, you're already seeing that sunshine. And more of that will continue into the afternoon as those temperatures climb into the upper 50s to low 60s out there across the area. Now, tonight, with the skies being clear, winds being fairly calm, it's going to allow for what we call radiational cooling. So all the heat that builds up in the city during the day will escape in the atmosphere, and that means that we're going to cool those temperatures down fairly quickly. So there is going to be the potential of some patchy frost by the time you wake up tomorrow morning as well. So before we get to that, though, let's talk about this afternoon. We're going with about 60 in Athens and Dayton, about 60 in Cleveland, 61 in Dalton and Chattanooga, 57 degrees in Altamont today, about 59 degrees in Scottsboro, and 60 in Fort Payne. Again, more sunshine expected to expand across the area throughout the afternoon. Now, tonight, not as cold as last night, but still, it's going to be fairly chilly out there with those mostly clear skies. We'll see those temperatures dropping right around or just above freezing. So we'll be flirting with the freezing mark, but it will be cold enough with those calm winds to allow for that potential of some patchy frost. But with that being said, this is not a cold forecast heading our way. In fact, as we look at the rest of this week, temperatures are likely going to remain well above average. Keep in mind, our average high this time of the year is 57 degrees, and we're going to be close to that as a cool down on Saturday at 59. But then we're right back up, and look at this, nearing 70 degrees as we head towards the beginning of next week. So that's going to mean some big changes heading our way. Now, as far as rainfall chances go out there across the area, we're going to be seeing again some of that rain chance showing up here across the region here. We'll talk more about that in just a few moments here as looks like we'll get to that. But here's your 7-day forecast here. There you see it, Paul. That's the 7-day.